Okay, hi guys. So let's discuss about the Biweekly contest too. The contest is already ended, and I'm gonna discuss my approach of working on each of the question. So let's start from the last question first. And this question is basically you have all the number 1, 0, 6, 8, and 9 being formed as a digit and being formed as a number, and then we can rotate the number as 180 degrees. 0 still as 0, 1 as still as 1, 9 as 6, and 9 as 6, and 6 as 9, and then 8 is still 8. So we need to find the number of confusing number between 1 and n. So let's say 20. This is all of the confusing numbers, so they require us to print out the amount of the confusing number. So of course, if we going to loop from 1 to n, it's not going to get accepted because the constraint is until 10 power 9. So what we can do is instead we loop through, we try to pick one of those 5 as a combination and form a number. So we don't need the 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 because once they are in, then they will be invalid. So we need to make sure our digit don't contains those 5 digits. So yeah, so let's jump to the code. So we have all of the number, and then we try to pick those number as much as we can until as long as the current the builded number is not bigger than the target, then we are good to go. We still can keep adding the number in, but otherwise we check if the peak number is valid or not, and then we increase the number of answer that is possible. So start from the valid. So how we can check the valid is basically we try to convert a 6 to 9 and 9 to 6, and then we try to reverse the entire char array. So if the reverse char array is so we need to check like if the current, so the original value and then the reverse and converted char array is not the same value, it's the same value or not. So for example, like 169 is being formed to become a 691, so this is valid because they are not the same. But 1691 and then 1, so after it being reversed is 1691, so this is the same, so they are not valid, the valid number to be produced. So that's why we check the is valid here, and as long as it's valid, then we increment the count. And here is a normal combination approach. So yeah, we take the number, we keep taking the number and adding it to the digit, and we keep times by 10 and append the last digit as the digit we want to pick. Yeah, and that's it. So yeah, and so let's move on to the next question. Breast expansion, this one is the third question here. So they said there are no so this one, if there is there's curly braces, take any of the letter inside by 1, and then we can form a new combination of word for each of them. So for example, AB, we can take the A and then take the D, so it will become the ACD here. And if we pick the B and D, we have a BCD, and basically we need to form all of the combination of the options we have in the curly braces, and we need to output all of the combination there. So the approach is very similar to the last question we have. So the thing is we only need to parse the curly braces and non-curly braces to become separated things from the list, so it's easier when we try to do the combination later on. So my approach here is we try to parse the array. So from this parse array, what we're gonna get is the output of a format of list. So if you see here, A, B, and then C, and then D, E as a list, and then F as a list. Right? So once we got that format being parsed out from the string, then we do the combination as the same way we do as the fourth question. And yeah, the difference is we build the string every time, and this is the recursion code to select what we're going to choose from each of the segment. So we choose an A, and then choose a C, choose a D, and choose an F. Once it's finished, we remove it from the string builder again, and then we can basically go through another combination here by deleting, and then go through the for loop, and then append the new one again. Yeah, that's basically the third question. And we move on to second question. So second question is about top 5 score of in the order of each student ID. So we have a lot of student and score, but we just care about the average score of each student by their top 5 score. So it's very straightforward. We just need to loop through the entire array, and then for each student we keep their top 5 score, and for each student there is at least 5 scores. So yeah, we have a hash map to loop through the key is a student, and then cube of integer here is the score we're going to keep. So here we add the score, and then if the amount of score is the number of score is bigger than 5, then we pop the smallest score out, and then after that we loop through all of the student to get to add the score, and then divide the score by 5, and basically that is the average, and we just convert it to the array as an output here. And yeah, that's basically the approach of how we can do the second question. So let's move on to first question here. First question is about some digit of the minimum number. So we got from the entire array we need to figure out who is the minimum. So here is 1, and we need to sum all of the digit of the minimum number. So 1, the total digit is total value in the digit is 1. So it's an odd, we return a 0. Here the second one, 33. So 33, the sum of the digit is 6, and 6 is even, so we return a 1. So this one we just need to loop through the entire array to find a minimum, and then we try to get the sum of the digit, divide by 2. If it's even, return 1, and otherwise we return a 0. And this is the get digit sum. Just keep dividing it by 10, and we take the value that modulo by 10 as a digit, and then we return that digit. So yeah, after we loop through it all, then it means like if we have 1, 2, 3, we get the 3, we get the 2, and we get the 1, and it returns us 6. Yeah, and basically we can finish the first task there. Yeah, I think that's it for the LeetCode Biweekly contest 2, and see you on next week weekly contest. Thank you very much.